insinuate we extorting people. Ain't no money in that. Real nigga ain't gonna have that no way. You know, check in for what? I mean, I don't want to impose or force myself.
You know what's a sucker to me? A sucker is a pick who he fight with.
Right.
Like if you sit and you go, oh, I'm not going because this.
I won't fuck with him, but I'll fuck with this one.
Yeah, I think I can take him.
Right.
You want to fight the nigga you think you can beat.
And I called Jay Prince in them out.
Be throwing rocks and hiding their hand, right? They be throwing rocks and hiding their hand. And I don't like them kind of individuals.
A sucker is a nigga pick who he fight with.
Right.
Like if you sit and you go, oh, I'm not going because this.
Him, but
I think I can take him.
50 Cent just snapped on Jay Prince after Prince allegedly tried to boot him out of Houston. And 50? He ain't playing games. He's going all in this time. He's blasting Jay Prince for what looks like a full-blown extortion setup, and he's not holding back one bit. Word is, Jay Prince has been sweating lately and might have even sent some muscle to mess with 50's business moves. But you know 50? He clapped back instantly. He's already on Instagram clowning Prince and straight up dared him to show up if he's really that bold. Like, things are getting wild. Now here's the kicker. 50 allegedly has proof, like actual receipts that could wreck Jay Prince's whole game. If that's true, this could be a serious takedown. But don't get it twisted. Jay Prince is no lightweight. He's still got a heavy name in Houston, and there are folks who'd ride for him no matter what. This beef is dangerous, and it's personal. And yo, this isn't some new grudge. 50's been pressing Jay Prince for years. Their beef runs deep, like almost to the point where it could blow up at any second. There's talk about shady moves, whispered threats, and people saying Jay Prince's camp has been flexing on folks to keep certain people quiet. This whole thing, it's bigger than rap. And now, with 50 turning the heat way up, it's about to get explosive. 50 Cent ain't ever been cool with Jay Prince's whole check-in vibe, and he's made that crystal clear. Jay Prince still walks around like he runs Houston, calling himself the king of H-Town. For a while, their beef stayed long distance. 50 was locking it down in New York, while Jay Prince ruled his Houston turf. They kept their distance, and unless they accidentally bumped into each other, it wasn't about to get physical. But then, 50 flipped the script. Hard. He didn't just talk slick from the sidelines. He straight up moved his whole empire to Houston. Yeah, he really brought the smoke to Jay Prince's front porch. He first dropped the news in a tweet saying, "I love New York, but I live in Houston now. I'll explain later." And just like that, the game changed. Sure, taxes played a part. New York's tax hike had him heated, and he even said they went up by 62%, messing with his paper. You know how rich folks hate Uncle Sam digging in their pockets, so Houston's lighter tax scene made sense. But that's just one layer of it.
50 had his eyes on Houston for another reason: the culture. H-Town is a straight-up powerhouse in the world of rap, trap, and hip-hop. And 50? He's not just a rapper. He's a full-on mogul who sees culture as cash. He knew that tapping into Houston's music scene could open up major money plays. This wasn't just a move, it was a strategy.
And let's not forget the hustle. Word on the street is, part of the reason he slid into Houston was to boost his Branson Cognac brand. That southern market? Huge. Getting it into clubs, lounges, and events down there could mean massive profits. So yeah, 50 didn't just relocate, he invaded. And Jay Prince? You better believe he felt that power shift. Remember when 50 Cent was popping up at every liquor store in Houston, flexing his Branson bottles like a boss? Yeah, he was making moves. Real ones. Folks started whispering that he found a sweet spot for his brand down there and wanted to be hands-on in building that presence. Makes sense for a businessman like him, right? But Jay Prince? He ain't see it that way. Not at all. Word is, he felt like 50 was stepping on his turf. And he didn't like it one bit. He took it as disrespect, like 50 was just waltzing into his city trying to run things without showing him any love. And that's when things started heating up. Allegedly, Jay Prince tried to force 50 to check in, sent some folks to apply pressure, trying to make 50 cough up cash just to do business in the city. But come on, this is 50 Cent we're talking about. He wasn't about to bow down to nobody. He made it loud and clear. He rolls with his own security, and nobody was gonna extort him behind this so-called check-in nonsense.
And guess what? That only made Jay Prince even madder.
The street's been talking, saying Jay Prince even tried to hit 50 with a no-fly zone. But once again, it didn't work. 50 brushed it off like lint on a designer jacket. He kept moving how he wanted, showing zero fear. And not only was he handling business, he was out there building up the community too. He wasn't hiding, ducking, or backing down. He was in the spotlight, loud and proud, doing what he does best, making money and shaking the city up. 50 Cent had big plans to drop a brand new G-Unit film studio right in the heart of Houston, with a $20 million price tag attached. This wasn't just some side hustle. This was a serious move to plant his flag in the entertainment game deep in Texas soil. But out of nowhere, 50 pumped the brakes and shifted the whole project to Shreveport, Louisiana instead. Why? That's the million-dollar question. People started speculating real quick. Was it the tension with Jay Prince? Was the heat getting too real? Whatever it was, 50 made the call and dipped on the Houston studio setup.
Now, here's where it gets spicy. Just 1 year after moving to Houston, in 2022, the city rolled out the red carpet for him. The mayor, Sylvester Turner, didn't just show love. He handed 50 the key to the city and declared an official 50 Cent Day. Yeah, you heard that right.
It all went down during the city's big Thanksgiving Day parade. Mayor Turner was hyped, calling 50 one of the most impactful people in Houston. He saluted him as a philanthropist, rapper, businessman, and someone who genuinely made a difference, especially with the youth. Through his G-Unity program, 50 was helping high school kids become future bosses. Then boom, November 24th got stamped as official 50 Cent Day. The crowd was going wild, showing mad love, and 50 was feeling it too. His speech had that real energy. He was proud, he was loud, and he let the city know he was locked in. But while all that celebration was going down, word is, Jay Prince wasn't clapping. Behind the scenes, folks say he was fuming, watching 50 get crowned in his city, and there wasn't a thing he could do to stop it. But here's the real deal. Facts don't lie. It's crystal clear why 50 Cent was handed the key to the city, while Jay Prince keeps getting painted like some street boss left in the shadows. Since 50 touched down in Houston, he's been dropping serious cash into the community and backing real programs through his G-Unit Foundation. Let's talk receipts. 50 launched the G-Unity Business Lab, a whole educational movement designed to teach high school students in the Houston Independent School District how to move like entrepreneurs. He wasn't just talking about building bosses, he was making them. And that's just the start. He jumped headfirst into the Houston sports and entertainment world too. His liquor brand, Sire Spirits, locked in major deals with the Houston Rockets, Astros, and Texans. He didn't just pull up. He planted roots and made himself a key player in the city's culture. In 2022, he hosted the first ever Houston Tycoon Comedy and Music Festival, bringing the city big laughs and even bigger clout. That same year, he teamed up with the Rockets to bless 1,000 families with free turkeys for Thanksgiving. That's love in action. Fast forward to 2023, he went even harder. 50 donated $850,000 worth of toys for a holiday drive, teaming up with the citywide club to help hit a goal of giving out 100,000 toys to kids across the city. That's a flex and a blessing all in one. In 2024, he helped raise a cool $500,000 for the Houston Children's Charity. At the gala, he auctioned off 2 mega bottles of his luxury Le Chemin du Roi champagne. The result? A jaw-dropping $6 million raised in total, a record breaker for the organization. While others talk about running the city, 50's out here building it up. No wonder he's the one getting keys, parades, and official days. He earned that crown. Let's keep it real. 50 Cent's impact on Houston is undeniable. The city's shown him nothing but love, and it's clear why. He's out here putting money back into the streets, empowering young people, and creating real opportunities. Now flip the script, and you've got Jay Prince and his so-called mob ties crew. And man, where do we even begin with that? Instead of uplifting the city, Jay Prince has built his rep on intimidation, especially when it comes to artists trying to work in Houston. After naming himself the King of H-Town, he set up this whole system where outsiders had to check in with him just to move safely through the city. Sounds like protection, right? But dig deeper, and it starts looking a whole lot like extortion. Here's how it goes down. Artists fly into Houston, and before they can do business, they're expected to pay respects to Jay Prince. But this ain't just a hey, what's up meeting. It usually comes with a price tag. They're told the money is for protection, so no one snatches their chains, jumps their crew, or robs them. And if something does go missing, Prince claims he can get it back for a fee. But what folks don't always know is this: these artists don't really have a choice. If they say, nah, I'm good, I got my own security, things start to mysteriously go left. They get pressed, ambushed, or worse, their stuff starts disappearing.
Just ask NBA YoungBoy. He didn't check in when he pulled up to Houston on business. And what happened? 2 dudes broke into his spot, took off with his chains, some stacks of cash, and even grabbed keys to a few of his luxury cars. That wasn't random. That looked calculated.
While 50's out here throwing festivals, raising millions, and feeding families, Jay Prince is being tied to a whole playbook of street-level politics that's been messing with people's bags for years. One's building a legacy, the other's clinging to fear and control. So get this. The dudes who hit NBA YoungBoy's spot actually had the nerve to reach out and demand a $30,000 ransom for his stolen stuff. But YB wasn't sweating it. He clapped back fast, telling them straight up they were acting like fools and that he wasn't impressed at all. He wasn't about to play their little game. Then out of nowhere, boom, Jay Prince inserts himself into the drama like he's the city's lost and found. He posted a video on Instagram tagging YB, saying the robbers had personally returned the stolen goods to him. And if YB wanted his stuff back, he needed to hit up Jay Prince directly. But YB saw right through it, and he let the world know. He wasn't buying the whole, I'm just trying to help act. He told Jay Prince to take his fake kindness and stuff it. No filter. YB called him out for turning a private issue into a public stunt. Like seriously, what's a grown man pushing 60 doing chasing clout on Instagram over stolen chains? YB made it clear. If Jay Prince had real good intentions, he would have reached out privately, not filmed a video trying to look like the hero in front of the whole internet. That move made the whole thing smell like a setup. YB figured if he went to claim his stuff, Jay Prince would probably try to run the tab up even higher than what the robbers wanted in the first place.
And he wasn't alone in calling it out. Cameron and Mahe lit Jay Prince up on their podcast, It Is What It Is. They roasted him for playing these goofy games at his age, talking about how instead of clinging to street politics, he should be showing young cats how to move smarter, build wealth, and grow up out the streets.
Bottom line, people are seeing through the act. What used to work in the shadows ain't flying in the light no more. And don't even get started on those loaded dice games Jay Prince and his son's been setting up for rappers whenever they land in Houston. Word on the street? Those games are more than just a friendly roll. They might be another layer of Jay Prince's alleged extortion setup. It's like you pull up to the city, and before you even hit the studio, you're getting pulled into a dice game you didn't ask for. Now here's where it turns real dark. Everybody's heard the whispers that Jay Prince might have had something to do with Takeoff's tragic death. Yeah, Takeoff was killed during one of those notorious dice games, and the details around it have always been sketchy.
According to the official story, an argument popped off. Some folks pulled out heat, shots rang out, and a stray bullet hit Takeoff. Just like that, one of the most chill, respected voices in the game was gone. But here's the twist. New footage allegedly surfaced, and it's raising major questions about what really went down that night.
Sources are claiming Jay Prince wasn't happy that Takeoff and Quavo didn't check in properly before sliding through. And supposedly, he told his people to send a message. It wasn't supposed to be deadly,
just a warning shot type of thing. But things spiraled out of control fast, and that lesson turned into a full-on tragedy.
Every time Jay Prince gets asked about it, he starts getting real twitchy, dodging questions, changing the subject, trying to steer the conversation away. Like, why not just answer straight up? If your hands are clean, you shouldn't be dancing around it.
So now people are asking, what really happened that night? And if Jay Prince had nothing to do with it, why does it feel like he's hiding something? There's too much smoke for folks not to start looking for the fire. Things are getting real heated, and folks all over are talking. And let's be honest, the tension around Jay Prince's dice games just keeps getting wilder. It's not just about Takeoff. He ain't the only one who lost his life after showing up to one of those sketchy setups. Remember Duke the jeweler? Duke thought he scored big after winning $100,000 at one of those infamous dice games. Man was on a high, thinking he beat the house and was about to bounce with a fat bag. But what he didn't know? It was allegedly a whole setup. Before he could even make it back to his car, he got ambushed, robbed, and tragically killed. Just like that. No second chances, no mercy.
Now look at the contrast. Between 50 Cent and Jay Prince, it's night and day. One is out here feeding families, funding schools, and building up the community. The other, surrounded by street rumors, unsolved tragedies, and a legacy that's looking real shaky. That's why folks say 50 and Jay Prince will never be on the same level, because they're moving in two very different directions.
But here's where things get even messier. Word is, Jay Prince has been plotting behind the scenes to shut down 50's entire operation in Houston. Yeah, allegedly he wanted to block every move 50 was making in the city. But before he could put those plans in motion, another beef popped up, this time between 50 and Big Meech. Jay Prince has always rocked with Big Meech, and rumor has it he decided to jump in the mix. Some folks are saying Jay Prince even sent his guys to send a little warning to 50, telling him to fall back or else. But if we know 50, one thing's for sure, he doesn't do threats. But come on now, y'all already know 50 Cent ain't the type to let anybody run him off the block. He wasn't backing down, not even a little. Instead of folding under pressure, 50 pulled one of the coldest moves yet. He's out here exposing Jay Prince and the whole alleged extortion game piece by piece. Word is, 50's on a mission now to tear down Jay Prince's hold over Houston and flip the script for good. And knowing 50, he's gonna make it entertaining while he does it. The way he's trolling, moving, and making power plays. It's like a chess match, and he's not losing a single piece. But here's the real question. Should 50 be watching his back every time he touches down in Houston? Or do you think he's still got a wild trick up his sleeve to shut Jay Prince down for good? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We need to hear what you think. Make sure to like, comment, share, and of course subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter in this wild saga. We've got more drama, more receipts, and more fire coming your way. See you on the next one.